Happy days, we are off to the movies now, and there's a new action blockbuster in cinemas featuring an almost all-female cast. Gunpowder Milkshake stars Hollywood legend Angela Bassett and Lena Headey from the Game of Thrones and Karen Gillan from The Avengers as assassins trying to bring down a crime syndicate.
Spy Paul Giamatti there too, love him. Weekend Sunrise movie man Jason Jabba Davis joins us now. Jabs, this one looks action-packed.
Good morning, Matt. Good morning, Mon. Good morning, everybody. Indeed, it's action-packed and it looks $1 million. It's an absolutely beautiful-looking film, Gunpowder Milkshake. It's on the big screen in Australia. It's actually streaming on Netflix around the rest of the world. Karen Gillan plays Sam, a young woman abandoned by her mother Scarlett, who's an elite assassin played by Game of Thrones' Lena Headey. Sam's followed in her mother's footsteps and she's a fierce hit woman in her own right. But when a job goes wrong, she has to choose between serving her bosses, which is namely Paul Giamatti, or protecting the life of an innocent 8-year-old girl. And the best chance for survival lies with reuniting with her mum and her lethal associates, the librarians. Now, I'm a huge fan of women in action films. You've got Angelina Jolie in Salt, Charlize Theron in Atomic Blonde. This one, for me, was all style over substance. 2.5 stars for Gunpowder Milkshake.
OK, well, one that really caught my eye is this documentary which tells us the incredible story of Sir Alex Ferguson.
So, Mon, if only the E-grade netball in Avalon had Fergie as their coach, you might be on your way to Tokyo, except that, of course, netball's still not an Olympic sport. Look, this is made by his son, Jason, following a brain hemorrhage in 2018. I know nothing about Fergie, know nothing about Man U. Didn't expect too much from this. Absolutely riveting documentary about how failure is the only way to succeed. Really, really stunning lessons in life, regardless of whether you're a soccer fan or not. 4 stars, as uplifting as it gets. Sir Alex Ferguson, never give in.
Wow, 4 stars. And many Aussies are now finding themselves stuck in lockdown again. There are still some new movies they can watch at home.
Absolutely, Matt. Of course, Fast 9 stormed the cinemas a few weeks ago, followed by Black Widow. If you can't get to a cinema, you can watch Black Widow at home with Premier Access for an extra fee on Disney+. Disney+ probably my go-to, especially if there's young people in the house. You've got Black Widow. You've also got Cruella, which is an absolute blast. Both those films directed by Australians, which is a fantastic thing to be supporting our creative types. Of course, it's the origin story of Cruella de Vil from 101 Dalmatians, an all-star cast and lots of fun. And hitting the service on Friday, if you missed it in cinemas, Valerie Taylor playing with sharks. If you like a documentary, this is hitting Disney+ on Friday. Wow, this goes behind the scenes on the movie Jaws and talks about how the devoted conservationists actually led to a shark cull, which they then had to tour the world convincing people sharks were not so scary. Really amazing doco, playing with sharks, hitting Disney+ Friday.
She is. We interviewed Valerie Taylor some weeks ago. She was awesome. Thank you, Jabs.
Thanks, guys.